Were you given this exercise for your hip and groin pain, but it feels like it's actually just making you worse? Are you having problems with your hip or groin here, here, or here? In this video, we're going to show you a version of this exercise, or an exercise that accomplishes the same thing, but it's going to be a lot better and a lot more challenging. I'm Sebastian and this is Don.
Hello.
We're part of the locally world famous chiropractors in Costa Mesa, California. And so we're gonna get right to it. Okay, so I'm gonna hand it off to Don and you're gonna be the coach.
All right, you guys, so what we're gonna do is, this movement specifically really is working on a certain movement in the hip. There's tons of range of motion that the hip can perform. This one specifically is working on what we call external rotation. So kind of like knee going out into this position here. Laying on the side and going through the leg movement is nice and introductory, but we're going to add a little load to it because if you feel like you're not adapting to it the way that you would like to, a little bit of external weight can really be helpful. So Seb, I'm going to have you set up into a hip external rotation to begin with.
Just like that?
Yeah, and then I'm going to hand you this weight and I want you to put it right under the chin. We call this a goblet hold here. What he's going to do, he's going to keep that nice and close to him. He's going to slowly lean forward and hinging through the hip joint until he feels like he can't go anymore. Press through the knee to come up to the ceiling. Perfect. And then he's going to slowly lower back down into this. Beautiful. Main focus here is that knee into the ground. So finding it, maybe even the side of the shin there, allowing yourself to come up into that tall position and slowly sitting back and down. Let's turn you sideways so they can see what the spine and pelvis is doing here.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to actually get pressure onto that spot. I feel like my shin or my calf is in the way.
Okay, so whatever part of the lower leg that you feel like can get you up into that position, let's just use that there. Show them a bad start here. So he's finding that range through his spine here, which is something we don't want. So stay tall through the top of the head, hinge through the hip joint, and then pressure through the shin to come tall. Sitting back into a far chair behind you as you come down. And where are you feeling this, Seb? Where should they be feeling it?
Right into here.
Kind of that outer glute area, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Well, what if they feel it in the front?
In the front of the hip is something that we don't necessarily want. You may feel in the first couple reps. If it slowly dissipates, then we're okay with that. But if that front of the hip kind of pinchiness is happening in this, we don't want that at all. So if you are feeling a pinchiness in the front of the hip with this one, there's a few different things that we can do to modify it. One simply is we could take the weight away and just work through this movement because body weight can be your resistance that you need here. Or we can keep it and just not go up and down through the full range. So we can keep the weight under our chin, but just leaning forward enough that we feel the pressure through the knee or through the shin here, and then use that to push yourself back.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just really having trouble getting that spot down.
Okay, so we can use an external force as well. So I'm gonna put this under your knee here, and all I really want you to do is just have the intention of shoving the side of your knee down into that paper like I'm not gonna steal it from you here.
Oh yeah, I feel the back of the hip now.
Perfect, and then rocking back out of it. So feeling like maybe your problematic area is activating in this one is not what we want. It's not a no pain, no gain exercise. It's a feeling somewhere else working other than the problem area, and then testing afterwards to see how we feel.
Yeah, so if you guys are interested in learning a little bit more about hips and progressing exercise and so on, we have a webinar over here that me and Don created, which have a lot more animations than this one. It's 20 minutes long, it's free, and it covers hip diagnosis all the way from FAI to labral tears to referred pain to groin strains and so on, just everything under the sun. It's excellent. Okay, so if you like this video, that is the next step to take. It's free, you should take advantage of it. If you guys like what you see and you're thinking, wow, this exercise is way better than the one that I actually learned when I'm on the chair or the table and it's not hard, your exercise might need to be progressed, and hopefully you see that we can do it for you. So we'd love to do it for you. How can they reach out to us?
You guys can email us. That's probably the best bet. Or there might be a link somewhere that you can click on to be able to contact us. But email, phone call, want to just chat. We do consultations. We can work with you virtually or in person. It's just whatever your preference is setting it up, and you just got to reach out, and we'd love to find the right route for you.
Yep. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and we'll see you guys next time.